Hi everyone, hope you're doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, ODM as a party, they have taken a position, and their position is that they have to defend devolution. Now, why would you say that you want to defend devolution when you have a president and the constitution is there to do so? It means something is wrong somewhere. And therefore, the ODM Secretary General Edwin Sifuna was speaking to this matter, and in reflection to the situation in Siaya at Riarieda during the burial of one of Raila Odinga's personal bodyguard, the statement that was issued there, the affirming of defend on devolution. We had it very clear. United Mohammed was told live on camera by Edwin Sifuna as far as the issue of defending devolution is concerned. And he affirmed that he's going to stand with that position. And Sifuna is now confirming that this is Raila Odinga's and the party's position. Defend devolution. With this move, it seems there is an enemy of devolution, and that's the reason why ODM has to come out to defend devolution against that enemy. Who is the enemy? Without blinking, Sifuna has told us that William Samoei Ruto is the enemy of devolution. How does it happen? We played a video here some time back, like 2 days ago, when William Ruto was asking governors and members of parliament to give him money, the budget back to the executive that is meant for roads. We have the national roads, county roads, the ones that are being done by members of parliament. He needs this money back. We said that is a threat to devolution. To devolution. And ODM is here now to respond to the same. With this move, there is sad news to William Samoei Ruto. According to ODM, you cannot trust that devolution is going to thrive when you have a leader who does not believe in devolution. What does this one mean for William Ruto?
Particular issue, and he has directed that members of the National Assembly from ODM must support devolution. And I was happy that at the burial in Siaya recently for his long-time bodyguard, the leader of minority in the National Assembly, who's an ODM member, the Honorable Junet Mohammed, committed to making sure that members of ODM support the position that has been taken by the party.
Okay.
And in fact, the tiff that I was getting into with some of these characters from Kenya Kwanza is that we have not had the president defending devolution. In fact, he is an enemy of devolution when he stands up and says, leave it to me. Yeah, that is not what the constitution says. He has national roads to deal with. Nazime mshinda. So awache governors wafanye county roads as required by the constitution. Number two, the leader of majority in the National Assembly, Kimani Ichung'wah, has said nothing. Has said nothing at all in defense of devolution. In fact, he, all the time when he rises on the floor of the house, he wants to characterize the governors as the problem with devolution. But Mark, if you interact with these issues, I'm telling you this country is in a problem. And I am convinced that if we don't sort out national leadership, it doesn't matter what these people are doing here at the county level. We will always struggle. Because the people at the helm, the top, if they don't believe in devolution, do you know, Mark, we say, okay, we have passed the Division of Revenue Bill. It says Nairobi County is going to get 20 billion Kenya shillings. So the county governor has to start preparing a budget based on what the Senate has passed, right?
Yes.
But that money never ever gets to the counties in time. We pass something called a disbursement schedule. A disbursement schedule is supposed to say every single month, county government of Nairobi will receive 1.2 billion Kenya shillings. The National Treasury never follows that disbursement schedule. So why do we pass these things? You know? Then you see it and you rack up a lot of pending bills. It's impossible for counties to plan.
To operate.
You're not to operate. So if you don't get a person who actually believes in devolution in the national government at the top, then nothing is going to happen. And clearly, William Ruto is not the right person, because he's saying he wants to take away county functions.
So now remember, we are in the confusion of broad-based government, where ODM, UDA have come together, a kind of a mongrel. Then such statements from ODM side. What next for William Ruto, and which way for ODM? That is the question on this punchline. And before we go deeper into that discussion, I have a quick request for those who are watching the channel and you have not yet subscribed. Please consider subscribing. To our returning subscribers, I must say thank you so much. And again, to all our viewers, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much, and back to our discussion. Now, just like what Sifuna has said, neither the majority leader nor the president himself have never spoke something in support or defense of devolution. The only time Kimani Ichung'wah has talked about devolution, it is when they want to condemn. It is when they are issuing warnings. But nothing positive in support of devolution at all. That tells you that we have leaders in front position who do not believe in devolution. This then brings in a discussion that we had already talked about earlier. The risk of electing a person who does not believe in the constitution that need to help him in governing the country. Ruto opposed the 2010 constitution, a constitution that gave birth to devolution. If he opposed, then is he swearing in the name of the Lord to protect the constitution of Kenya? How do you expect him to do so? So even by taking oath, he lied on oath that he will defend and protect the constitution of Kenya. It is something he never believed in. That's why ODM is now taking a U-turn, and their position with the reason is that ODM will not support Ruto. That's a U-turn they're taking. They will not support Ruto. And the reason is that if leaders at the top do not believe in devolution, nothing will happen on the ground. They have the delay tactics, whereby you delay the money to reach the counties on time, and when you disperse the money, it's too late. There are money that counties cannot use within that time. It goes back to the treasury. So John Bad being used here and there to continue with the delay tactic. With this move, it is a clear indication that Ruto wants devolution to die. So if we don't want to see the 2010 constitution growing, if we don't want the implementation of 2010 constitution, if we don't want devolution, we can show up that we don't want devolution by voting for William Ruto. If we don't want devolution to progress, the easiest way to kill it is by voting for one William Samuel Ruto. And so, if Ruto is the problem with the devolution, what should ODM do? They must field a presidential candidate that believes in devolution, that has supported devolution, that has promoted devolution, that stands for devolution, not Ruto. They are now confessing, they are very clear, and this is bringing now confusion even in the broad base itself. That's why now we have two fractions. The dogs from the government side, akina Harun Cheriot, wameachiliwa, wameanza kurusha cheche za maneno. Na wakirudi huko akina Edwin Sifuna wako pale, pia hawa wako na msimamo wao. Then Raila and Ruto are left in the middle. The only good thing ODM can do as of now is to dump William Ruto. Wakitaka kusamehewa na Wakenya, wawachane na mambo ya William Ruto. Lakini kama hawataki msamaha wote kwa Wakenya, they should continue with the support of William Samoei Ruto. Supporting William Ruto means supporting the death of devolution. You want devolution to die, just support William Ruto kama hutaki devolution. As simple as that. I heard someone saying that even when you give the money to governors, they are stealing this money. Corruption is too much in the county. It's like they have developed corruption. The question is, there is no corruption at the top? What is happening at the top? Okay, what is the problem if you give these governors money to run counties? And we have ESCC, DCI, NIS is here. You can take these people to the court, just the same way Waititu was taken to court. If there are issues like those ones, take these people to court. Let them be prosecuted, and they will serve as a lesson to other governors with such character and appetite for stealing. Give them money and follow the law. Deal with them according to the law. Auditor General is here to do their work. Let them do their work. Even to devolution will stand. So the conclusion is that ODM might not support William Ruto in the next general election. Instead, they might stand to offer their presidential candidate in the next general election because Ruto has failed to implement devolution. And for them, their trust was so much in devolution.